Let's see what happened to the students while MCO.
Problem statement for this experiment is, what are the effects of ethylene to tomatoes? The aim for the experiment is to compare the effect of fruit ripening based on the absence or presence of ethylene. The hypothesis for the experiment is tomatoes ripen faster in the presence of ethylene. For manipulated variable is presence of ethylene. For responding variable is ripening of tomatoes. And lastly, the constant variable is type of fruit and temperature.
For this experiment, we need ripe banana, unripe tomatoes, and 2 bags. First, prepare 2 bags and label them as A and B. Next, observe the color and condition of the tomatoes before the experiment. After that, fill bag A with a tomato. Then, fill bag B with a tomato and a ripe banana. Seal both bags and wait for 12 hours.
Many hours later.
After 12 hours, observe and compare the changes in colors and conditions of the tomatoes in both bags. Then, record your observations in the table provided.
So now we will go into the result of the experiment. In paper bag A, the tomato color will remain unchanged, while the condition of it will also remain unchanged. In paper bag B, the color of the tomato will change from green to orange, while the condition will change from hard to soft.
So now that we've done the experiment and also obtained results, we can answer the questions in the discussion section. If you want to attempt the questions yourself, then you can pause this video at any given time and answer the questions before I give the answer. Okay, so firstly the question is, which tomato ripens first? Explain. So the answer is, the tomato in paper bag B ripens first because in paper bag B there is a ripe banana placed inside. So, the ethylene gas produced by the banana will speed up the ripening of the tomato. Secondly, the question is, what is the purpose of the ripe banana in this experiment? So as I said, the ripe banana in this experiment produces a hormone called ethylene, which is released in the form of gas. So, when that ethylene gas is trapped inside the same plastic bag as a tomato, it will cause the ripening of the tomato to become faster. So for the third question is, explain the effects of ethylene gas on the tomatoes. So there are actually 3 effects of ethylene gas on the tomatoes. Firstly, ethylene gas will stimulate cellulase to hydrolyze cellulose of the cell walls of the tomatoes. Thus, the ripe tomato is softer. And then secondly, the ethylene gas breaks down chlorophyll, which causes the unripe tomato, which is green, to change color to red, from green to red. The ripe tomato is red. And then the third effect is ethylene gas breaks down complex carbohydrate to simple sugars, which makes the ripe tomato sweeter. So as a conclusion of this whole experiment, the hypothesis is accepted. The presence of ethylene will quicken the ripening of tomatoes. So that's it for the experiment and the video. Hopefully everyone gains some useful knowledge, and hopefully you'll all be able to conduct this experiment on your own, at home or at school or wherever you are. So that's all from us. Thank you.